viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV. As always, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate you taking your time out to watch the videos and interact with the videos as well. Definitely appreciate it. And as always, if you're new to the channel and you have not subscribed to the channel as yet, but you like the content that's been produced, just take a quick second to hit that subscribe button. We would really appreciate it, and it helps the channel to grow. And hit that like button while you're at it as well. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the women's CPL and the CPL, which starts in just about a week, right? So see, we're in the women's CPL. Hayley Matthews, she's been pretty much superwoman, right? Doing what Hayley Matthews does. There have been 2 matches so far, and she's had brilliant performances in both matches. So going to be sharing the details of the matches and her performances so far. And also talking about Sunil Narine and doing Bravo. We see where they are ramping up their preparations for the CPL. So we're going to be discussing that as well. Right, so starting with the women's CPL. So the first match was between the Guyana Amazon Warriors and the Barbados Royals, who are defending champions. And it was a nail-biting encounter. Very close match. It went down to the final over. Right. So Guyana batting first. They made 118 of their 20 overs. With Stephanie Taylor leading the way for them with the bat, making 38 runs. And she was supported by Shimron Campbell, who made 16 runs, right? With the ball for the Barbados Royals, Hayley Matthews, who is also the captain of the team, she took 2 for 19, and she was supported also by Kiana Joseph and Afi Fletcher as well, all of whom took wickets, right? But it was a performance of Hayley Matthews in that game that really stood out, and what really guided Barbados to victory. So Barbados, in reply, they got to 119, of 19.5 overs, right? So, like I said, they went down to the final over, but Hayley Matthews, like I said, she did what she does, right? Being superwoman, opening the innings for the team, she made 61 not out. So she bat through the entire innings, right, and ensured that her team secured that victory in a very close encounter. So 61 not out for Hayley Matthews and 2 for 19, right? And so, with that being said, she was the player of the match. And as far as batting goes, she was supported by Kiana Joseph as well, who made 24 in that match. So that was the first match. Then the second match was between also the Barbados Royals and the Trinbago Knight Riders. And again, it was another brilliant performance by Hayley Matthews, a captain's performance. So in this match, Trinidad batted first, and they made 113 of their 20 overs, right? With Shika Pandey, she made 30, and she was supported by Deandra Dattin, who is the captain of the Trinidad team. She made 28, and also Zeta James making 22. And they were the main contributors for Trinidad in their total of 113, with Hayley Matthews taking 2 for 21, and Chanel Henry 2 for 14, and Amanda Jade Wellington also taking 2 for 14. They were the main bowlers for the Barbados Royals. Barbados, in reply, they got to 116 for 3 of 17 overs. And again, it was Hayley Matthews leading the way from the front with the bat, making an unbeaten 67 to guide her team to victory again for in the second match also, right? Brilliant batting by Hayley Matthews. At this point, sometimes it goes without saying. Once you hear Hayley Matthews, you almost expect these things from her, but it's something that we should never take for granted, as I always say, because this type of consistency, it comes with a lot of practice. It comes with a lot of discipline, right? She just doesn't she doesn't just show up on match day and are able and is able to do these things, right? It comes from a lot of hard work and dedication. So it's something that we should never take for granted when we see Hayley Matthews doing these things, right? Also batting well for guys. So Hayley Matthews was the main contributor with the bat for the Barbados in that match, right? So the defending champions, they are off to a brilliant start in the WCPL, winning their first 2 matches. So it will be interesting to see how the other two teams do, you know, considering the fact that both of them have lost and there are only 3 teams in the competition, like I said, right? So Barbados are off to a brilliant start, winning their first 2 matches. So let's see how the Guyana Amazon Warriors and Trinidad will do when they come up against each other, which I think they will come up against each other today. And after the West Indies that takes on South Africa in the first T20 match, right? So that's it as far as the WCPL goes. So moving on to the CPL now. So if you're not aware, the CPL starts on August 29th, you know, which is just a little bit over a week away. And so with that in mind, you know, all the teams, you know, are ramping up their preparations. You know, the draft has been done. There are a lot of top name players in the CPL this year, you know, and obviously Trinbago Knight Riders, you know, they have a lot of big name players as usual, right? Some of the biggest names: Andre Russells, Sunil Narine, Karen Pollard, Tim David, right? A lot of Nicholas Pooran, you know, a lot of big name players on Trinidad's team, and they have started their camp for the CPL, right? So their pre-CPL camp, and saw where Sunil Narine and Dwayne Bravo, you know, they are in camp right now preparing for the CPL, you know, and so expecting great things from them, you know, especially Sunil Narine, right? You know, he had a brilliant IPL season this year, you know, surprisingly, I would say, at least from a batting standpoint, you know, definitely surprised me, and I'm sure it surprised a lot of other cricket fans, cricket viewers around the world as well, you know, the way he was able to perform with the bat, you know, earning him MVP honors in the IPL. And I'm sure he will be looking to do something similar in the CPL, playing at home in front of his home crowd. So they are currently in camp right now, getting ready. You know, Sunil Narine, doing Bravo, namely, so far. You know, other players, you know, they will come in throughout the week, right? As the first match gets closer. But Narine is definitely looking to have a huge impact on the CPL this year, playing in front of his home crowd. And looking forward to see how he does, right? And so on paper, I would say Trinidad are probably favorites, but as you know, the match isn't played on paper. So they will have to go out there and perform in every match or in the matches to live up to that favorites title, right? So definitely that's all I have for you in this video. You know, definitely let me know your thoughts about Hayley Matthews' continued brilliance, and also Sunil Narine and Dwayne Bravo's preparation, TKR in general, right? How do you think they will do in the CPL this year, right? So definitely share your thoughts in the comment section, you know, and as always, do remember to just like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel as yet. You know, very helpful, very simple ways to help the channel grow. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.